Why is it that the wax in our ears refuses to melt? Why is it that the scale in our eyes refuses to fall off? We are appealing to the leaders. God has given them an opportunity to provide leadership. Leadership is about self-denial. Those who think they have control should ask a person called Frankenstein. Sometimes you create a monster over which you have no control. Let me use this occasion to share with my audience that mass action is an instrument that was used effectively by Martin Luther King Jr. during the civil rights movement. And Luther King said that any responsible leadership that wants to engage in mass action must satisfy 4 tests. Number 1, they must demonstrate that they have a grievance and they do not want to use mass action to cause confusion and for the purpose of revenge. Number 2, that they must demonstrate that they have exhausted all methods of engaging government, including negotiations and petitions. Number 3, that having found all those methods and doors to be closed, that they intend to ensure that they do not cause injustice to others. And number 4, they must demonstrate that they have a clear program of salvaging the society without causing injustice to others. And what we are being told is going to be an insurrection, because it has been declared at different rallies that the intention is to remove the government of President Williams Ruto as established. It has been said that that government is illegitimate and that what is going to happen on Monday the 20th is a date with destiny. In other words, that 1 million supporters of Azimio will move into State House and remove President Williams Ruto and install Raila Amolo Odinga as the President of the Republic of Kenya. If that is not a recipe for chaos and bloodbath, tell me what the recipe is.
Yeah.
And I see people taking it very lightly.
Yeah.
It is not light. Lives will be lost. Ruto has his supporters. Raila has his supporters. And it will take a simple mistake and a simple misstep, and this country can burn. And those who are now tweeting and saying all manner of things will burn in it. Their children will burn in it, and it will take generations to bring this country together again, if we are to bring it again. Responsible leadership now has a duty, a patriotic duty, to step back and say, what is bigger, the country or my interest? The country or my desire to be president? The country of the institution? This is what we are asking. We are simply saying, you may not have liked the Supreme Court decision, but we accepted that we must have a system of determination of grievances which has finality to it. And what we are asking Kenya, reflect. Don't be consumed by passion. Don't be consumed by anger. Reflect and ask, after the 20th, what? After the 20th, what?
Yeah. You know what, Prof, 16 years ago we did this. Kenya was on the edge of the abyss. And we looked over the edge and we didn't like what we saw. Look at this, 16 years later, we haven't learned anything?
The same thing? History has not taught us? Do we think we are immune from chaos? Do we think we have a pact with God that we can behave whichever way we want? Do we think that political bad manners is going to lead us where we want? The international community was here and they saved us from the precipice. Why is it that the wax in our ears refuses to melt? Why is it that the scale in our eyes refuses to fall off? We are appealing to the leaders. God has given them an opportunity to provide leadership. Leadership is about self-denial. This time round, if we make a mistake, and have seen what happened in Kisumu today, those who think they have control should ask a person called Frankenstein. Sometimes you create a monster over which you have no control. Reflect and ask, do we want to destroy this country? Do we want it recorded that we are the ones who destroyed this country? We are simply asking, not for a handshake, we are simply asking responsible leadership. One of my greatest disappointments in this country, when there is a crisis and I hear Raila Amolo Odinga saying cost of living is high, I agree with him totally. I hear him saying that certain appointments could have been made better. I agree with him completely. Has Parliament, and Azimio has parliamentarians, not a single parliamentarian has come and said, we want an emergency discussion on the state of this economy. We have 47 governors, not one of them, they are meeting in Migori today as I speak, not one of them has said there is a crisis in our country. Not a single women's representative, not a single MCA. Why did we elect them? Why have we chosen the forum of political rallies? If you listen to some of the things that are being said in those political rallies, how people are being insulted, even sanitization of our language has disappeared. What kind of a country do we want to build? What role models are we? We are saying, please, let us come together as a people and say mistakes may have been made, but together we can resolve them. This is what patriotism is all about. Patriotism is not about singing the national anthem or reciting mottos and all. It's about sacrificing for the country, sacrificing personal interest for this generation and generations yet to be born. The country is not doing well. When your country is not doing well, you sit together, you have a bipartisan approach to issues. You sit together, you forget Kenya Kwanza, you forget Azimio, you say, we are now Kenyans dealing with the Kenyan economy. That is what I would want to see. That is what every patriotic Kenyan would want to see. You would want to see the reduction of wastage. You'd want to see the battle against corruption and misuse of public funds. That is what we want. I would have loved to see Raila Amolo Odinga, who is an elder individual in the political arena, reaching out to William Ruto and say, William, you know, we have worked together. We worked together when we were making the Constitution in 2002, you remember? We were together in 2007 and 2008 on the same political side. We may have differed, William, but the nation is greater than all of us. William, I am not happy that I lost to you, but that notwithstanding, I'm bigger than political office. Kenya is what resides in my heart and my mind. If Raila were to do that, let me tell you, history will remember him very fondly.